Hello again, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. Thank you guys for always tuning in. We're going live again with some more Gingi'Vitis. Continuing the story. Hopefully we'll finish Shivering Isles this session. We got some cool new bling. Fantastic crown. An amazing coat. The ring is actually kind of one of my favorites. It's very unique. But let's see, where did we leave off last? Before I can claim the throne of madness and stop the forces of order, I must retake the staff of Sheogorath. Haskell has advised me to seek out a remnant of the great library of Jyggalag in Knife Point Hollow. Alright. So, to Knife Point Hollow we go. Yo, hey Kiwi Paste. Glad to have you, as always.
Your Grace. Speak, citizen.
I gotta say, this is my first stream since working, or going back to work. And I worked a full day today. I was a little nervous that I'd be a little tired after work. You know, working retail, it kind of drains my social battery. But honestly, I've been thinking about this all day. I've been really looking forward to streaming, and now that I'm here, I've got a lot of energy, and so, you know, it's really awesome. I'm glad. So excited for tonight's adventure. Yeah, me too. I'm hoping we finish the Shivering Isles today. I think we're getting pretty close because I'm trying to remember what we did last time. I remember we poisoned the Duke of Mania, and then in retaliation from Sheogorath appointing me the new Duke, the Duchess of Dementia had sided with Jyggalag and the forces of order. But Jyggalag is Sheogorath, so... And now Sheogorath is like converted into Jyggalag, and it sounds like there's no return, so now we're kind of fighting against Sheogorath as Jyggalag to restore the Shivering Isles so that it doesn't get destroyed. That's kind of how I understand that. Forgot about the helmet. I know, yeah. It really ties the outfit together. I've been looking at the ring a lot too on his finger. It's kind of the pink, whatever you call that, the inlay. Looks kind of weird, but the blue is really pretty. I kind of like it. So I get to look at it when I'm punching people to death, so that's kind of cool. I'm pretty sure we had 2 rings. I don't know. Yeah, we do. It just doesn't show up for some reason. Trying to figure out how to get into this place. Can't tell if it's up or down. But the door looks like it's right over here, so maybe it's not in that tree at all. Oh, no, it is. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, I thought we had to do the Feldiv again for a moment. That was kind of rough. I mean, I last played this on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so it's only been like 3 or 4 days since I've played this last, but it feels like it's been forever. I'm still kind of like remembering controls, almost as if I've forgotten them a little bit. All right. Oh, who is this? I don't know. I don't think we've met this character before.
I have been waiting for you, Your Grace. This day, as all days before and after, is well known to me. There are no surprises to Dias of Mytheria. Sheogorath has fallen, and you seek the means to foil the machinations of the Prince of Order. You seek the throne of madness. However, no mortal may sit upon the throne without the staff, so here you are in my prison, seeking to supplant the one who placed me here. If you wish to take the place of Sheogorath, then ask me what you will.
Let's figure out who he is.
You were expecting a book, an ancient tome filled with the secrets that you seek. But instead you have found me, the last remnant. Individuality is an illusion. The details of my existence are no more important than the history of a stone. However, if you insist, I once served as the keeper of the great library of Jyggalag. Following each cycle of the Grey March, Sheogorath has cast out or killed every aspect of order found in the Shivering Isles. I alone have survived. Sheogorath cannot bring himself to destroy the knowledge that I possess. Instead, he's confined me to this place and forbidden me to die. I have not seen another creature until fate, predictably, sent you to me. The Great Library was the height of logic and deduction. Contained within its walls were the logical prediction of every action ever taken by any creature, mortal or daedric. Every birth, every death, the rise of Tiber Septim, the Numidium, everything, all predicted with the formula found within Jyggallag's library. When Sheogorath discovered the library, he had it burned, insisting that it was an abomination and that personal choice defied logical prediction. I am all that remains of the knowledge contained within the great library of Jyggalag.
Interesting.
As you wish. I can create the physical shell of the staff, but the divine essence must be gathered elsewhere. But apotheosis is no simple matter, and the creation of the staff is no simple task. I will require 2 sacred items in order to complete it. The Shivering Isles hold many secrets, but few remain unseen by mortal eyes. The staff is a tool of great vision and thus requires the eye of one who has witnessed one of these unseen secrets firsthand. Cyrodiil resides in the howling halls of Mania. Find her and bring me the eye that has seen that which no other has. The trees and branches of this realm feed from a deep font of madness and mystery. One of the oldest trees, named the Tree of Shades, lies in the halls of Milkar. Milkar is a place of ruin, root, and mania. Go there and bring me a branch of this tree, but be warned. The tree will not surrender its secrets to one who has not earned them. Yes, only then can I create an appropriate vessel to hold the power that is inherent in the Lord of this realm. The staff may allow you to occupy the throne of madness, but understand that such a feat has never been attempted. All sources indicate that you will fail. It is a certainty. However, I also predict that this will not stop you from trying.
All right. In order to remake the Staff of Sheogorath, Daius requires 2 items. I must seek out the Eye of Sirta and a branch of the Tree of Shades. The first is an eye that has seen something that no other has. I can acquire this item from a woman named Sirta in the Howling Halls. The second item is a branch of the Tree of Shades, an ancient tree that grows in the Grove of Reflection, in the ruins of Milkar. Okay. Let's go get these items. Get the Staff of Sheogorath. That'll be fun once we get that. That'll really add to this randomonium build that we're going for right now. The guy looks messed up. Yeah, he's been pretty much confined to a dungeon for eternity, so I'm sure he's just kind of rotting and starving away. But Knight's Honor, glad to have you. Thanks for joining. We're just chilling, going through the Shivering Isles campaign. We're getting pretty close to the end of the DLC, so might be spoilers, by the way, if you're planning on playing through this DLC. If that matters to you. Heck yeah. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. We got some cool new clothes. Got a sick new crown that reminds me of Loki. And a new ring. Go beat this guy up.
Whoa. Yeah. Whoa.
Wow. He was really strong. See if we can take this on. If not, I can just run away. Oh, what the? All right, yeah. We'll come back to that another time, maybe. I'm doing the Thieves Guild stuff. How's that going? I started doing the Thieves Guild, but I'm not very good at it. I was never really my playstyle, thief, so I started it, but didn't get very far. I even failed the first quest that they give you, and they gave me a second chance, but I don't think I've even completed that, to be honest. It's all right. What kind of build are you doing? You're doing like a stealth archer? Do you have any gauntlets that buff your melee? That's a good question, actually. I don't at the moment, but that's not something that I had thought about until you mentioned it. That's really smart. I should definitely look into that. Because Skyrim had gauntlets that didn't even need to be enchanted. They would just inherently buff your melee because they had like claws and spikes on them. Really cool. There's one in Imperial City. Heavy armor sword. Oh yeah, that's always a good build, of course. There's one in the Imperial City, though. I'll have to check that out. Once I finish this Shivering Isles, I'll go back to the Imperial City. Is it, do you buy it, or how do you get it? Gotta find two guys dueling and it's in the chest. Now you steal it. Okay. I appreciate the tip. I will definitely look into that. That would be very nice. Man, you know all the tricks about Oblivion. Nah. Is it an enchantment on the gauntlets? Is that what buffs your melee? Yeah. Just Instagram Reels? Yeah, that's fair. I'm kind of doing like a... So I've got like the unarmed, and then I'm doing like a spell casting kind of. It's not very good though, but it kind of helps, especially if I'm running away from something or if I just want to kind of avoid some punches for a minute. So I've been trying to gear up for both, doing melee and spell casting. It's not like super effective, but it's kind of fun to play around with and see what you can do. And my destruction's getting a little bit higher, so I can finally cast some higher level spells, which is nice. Wonder if I can carry that. Is this That's weird. I just like went through the entire dungeon. Or a portion of it, and it put me out on the other side of the map. Oh, nice. Man, there's some really good gear in here. I'm getting like dwarven, orcish glass. Frozen shut. Ooh, a ritual torch. Can be held by any but owned by none. Okay, got it. I guess we can use a repair hammer on my hat. But the thing that sucks about this thing is I'm pretty sure it breaks, like, immediately. Oh, I'm not even high enough. Yeah. Oh well. We'll live. Freckle Muffin. Are you still the same character, Gingi'Vitis? Oh yeah. He just looks a lot different. We got a lot of new clothes for him now. He's got a really cool new crown and some fancy clothes. And some rings and necklaces. He's been upgraded for sure. He kind of is starting to remind me of the Grinch a little bit too. Oh yeah, looks like you can finally afford child support for Chicken Nugget. No, not yet. Nothing. No one can ever really afford child support. He does look like a thick Grinch. I've arrived in the Grove of Reflection. According to Dias, I must locate the Tree of Shades and find a way to reveal my true self before I will be allowed to take one of its branches. Ooh, Gingi'Vitis has to reveal his true self. He would probably interpret that by mooning. By the way, nice to have you here, Freckle Muffin. Glad to see you in the chat. That would be like the prophetic vision that he receives. It's like, okay, we need to see your true self. And he would just pull down his pants and spread his cheeks. Like, this is my true self. Are you satisfied? Oh! Watch, I'm gonna kick my own ass. I can't even summon. Why can this Gingi'Vitis summon? This bastard's better than me. He's naked though. Look at that. It's very on brand. Yeah, look at it. He's killing me. I knew this was gonna happen. God, I don't even know if I have potions. That would be so typical. The shade of Gingi'Vitis would kill him. Yeah, I've got nothing, so I'm gonna heal. I've got a summon. I could do that. Help me out here. Oh, that was a big hit. God, he's does a lot of damage with that axe. Let's see if my summon can put in some work for a minute. Oh. Okay, there we go. It makes my nighttime excuse me. It makes my nighttime wind down before bed so cozy. You have a really calming voice. Hope I don't have nightmares about him spreading cheeks. Next enemy is the dentist. Yeah, he does kind of have like a jack to cheat situation for sure. After I approached the Grove of Reflection, a shadowy image of myself appeared from the waters of the grove and attacked me. I defeated it, and now the Tree of Shades is beckoning to me. Oh. What? What is this? That's sick. That's dope. Dang. I kind of want to try this. I mean, he's not very proficient with weapons, so it might be completely useless, but this looks freaking sick. Dang. Nice. I know, yeah. Okay, the tree is beckoning to me. I just don't know where it beckons me to. I dumb? Like, what am I missing? Supposed to stand here? Oh, I had to be in this exact spot. Okay, fantastic. As Dias requested, I've taken a branch of the Tree of Shades. I should now seek out Cyrodiil in the Howling Halls. Cool. Right on. But yeah, I'm glad I can make your night enjoyable, winding down for bed. Wow. This is really good. And Gingi'Vitis isn't even good with weapons. Oh, and I leveled up too. I feel like you're the Frasier of podcasters. I'm sorry, I'm not quite getting the reference. Frasier? Like, I know that sounds familiar, but I can't think of it. Frasier. It's an old sitcom. The guy was a radio therapist. So, something funny about that. When I got to college at Oregon State, I had a brief moment to meet the dean of the College of Business. She was a really nice lady. I can't remember her name. I think it was like something Montoya. And she was really nice, and we had like a very brief exchange because she was meeting a bunch of the students, and she told me that I should do show tunes. And it was a compliment, so of course I took it as a compliment, but it's just kind of like such a dead form of media that, you know, it's like I'm trying to think of like an analogy for that. Because she's like, yeah, you should just do something that doesn't really exist anymore. And I understand, it's like when she was younger, that was more of a thing. And again, I know like it was coming from a nice place. She was just complimenting my voice. It was just funny to be, you know, told to do something that's just not around anymore. I'm really liking this area. Yeah, the Shivering Isles are really cool. They have been really fun to explore, and kind of navigating like the dementia and the mania and seeing like the light and the dark. It's a really cool zone with a lot of diversity. He had a really calm voice. Yeah, I knew the name Frasier. I just couldn't place it, but I see it now. This sitcom from the 90s. I'm kind of looking at it right now while we're sitting at this loading screen. Because I remember Frasier being kind of relevant during that Seinfeld era. But I was too young for sitcom anyways. And for some reason, there was something about like young me that just did not like sitcom television. Like Frasier, Friends, Seinfeld. I know everybody loves Raymond. I know for a lot of people that they're like fantastic media. It never grew on me for some reason. You're aging yourself. Shots fired. I might restart the game. Looks like we're kind of stuck in an endless loading screen. Bro, you're older than me? By how much, though? Six months. 4 months. I'm getting different. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna restart real quick. Screen will probably go black, but that should be fine. Yeah, 6 months, 4 months. So meet in the middle and say 5. So are you making a new character? No, I'm not making a new character. The game just got stuck in that loading screen, so I'm just restarting the game. So hopefully that'll fix it. I'm not quite sure what happened there. That was my first interaction with that loading screen. It was going on for way too long. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. No, I mean, Gingi'Vitis is too perfect of a character. We could never leave him behind. He'll go down as one of the all-time greatest Oblivion characters ever made. Peak male form. Yeah, close to it, for sure. It is getting problematic now that the game's starting to scale a lot harder. And just, like, balancing so many different things. Because he's not really good at anything, you know? He's like a jack of all trades, master of none. And for a minute, like, his punches were good and his spells were all right, but now everything's kind of just like out leveling that. And so I'm trying to think of ways how I could kind of keep up. I don't want to deviate too far from the initial build that we've kind of decided on, because I want to keep it true to, you know, chat's wishes and everything. But I'm definitely trying to navigate ways to kind of improve him bit by bit. But luckily, Knight's Honor in the chat a little while ago had mentioned that there's some sort of gauntlets that upgrade your unarmed. So I'll have to snag those once I'm finished with the quests here in the Shivering Isles, which we should be getting close. I think we're about to get the Staff of Sheogorath, which is like that staff that casts random spells. And so that'll be cool. I'm definitely excited for that one. Wow. I killed that thing in like 3 punches for some reason. Do you guys remember when PAX West is in Seattle? I can't remember when we went last year. What days it was. I almost want to say it's September, but that kind of sounds like too late in the year. It was pretty hot that day, I remember. And I feel like that would be too warm for a September day. There's a nice little chair here. My throne. Go get this other item. Who's this?
What? Your
Oh.
light will shine no more.
Not a friend, I guess. It'd be cool if that spell would hit.
Cast you into the darkness.
Whatever, man. There we go. Apostle dagger. Oh, I'm over encumbered. I'm always over encumbered. Yeah, we can drop that. In that. Gold's not a super huge issue right now. Yo, yo, yo. We have updated to a camera, I see. Hey, Caleb. Thanks for joining. Yeah. I bought a camera and I also bought a new mic. Because the headset mic was... It works, but it wasn't great, so... I bit the bullet and I wanted to make the production a little bit better, and I'll kind of try and improve things like that as I go. I know the next thing that I want to get is like not a ring light, but the other one, the like rectangular one. I can't think of the name of it right now. So get a little bit better lighting. It's kind of dark. And then yeah, whatever else. Probably the next biggest thing after that light, honestly, would be a new computer, so I'd have better hardware to run this, and better internet. But that'll probably be sometime in the near future. So we got that move coming up in August, so I'm saving money for that, and then once we're settled, we'll kind of go from there. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you know, I wanted to give a good experience as best I can for the viewers in chat. It's really important to me, so I wanted to upgrade things as fast as possible. I feel like also, you know, having a face to look at during streaming, at least for me anyways, is important. It makes the experience a lot more personable, which again is important for like me and what I'm going for, so yeah. You know, I want you guys to feel like you're here hanging out with me. Nothing against streamers that don't have cameras or can't afford them, or, you know, whatever their situation is. It just always was kind of like awkward to me. Oh, shit. I don't think I think this guy was going to say something to me and I might have just ruined it. My bad. Looks like I broke his AI, because now he's just casually walking away. I would like a new computer. I'm practically in your walls with you. I wish you were in my walls. I'd feel a lot more safe at night. Same. I feel like I can just reach out and touch you. I mean, you literally could. You're probably in the next room. Oh boy, there's a lot of guys in here. What? Hello? I need backup. There's a lot of guys, but they're all kind of weak. Except for that little dude that just paralyzed me. But my flesh golem is killing it right now. That thing is so strong. It just destroyed those guys. Exactly. Oh, crap. I think I made it mad. Which I did not want to do.
Fight you want, it's a fight you'll get.
That is way too strong for me to fight right now. My own summon. Something I summoned is more powerful than me. Probably kill me. Warlock build. Yeah, a little bit. We're definitely getting something like it. Except for the thing that I summoned is going to destroy me. So I'm just going to run away from it for a minute. Let it calm down. Or eventually unsummon itself. Ooh, here we go. Got some potions. That's nice. Oh, it's still here. Alright, we'll just keep going. But yeah, thank all you guys for being here. This is really nice. I appreciate the company. Boy, I'm just missing all my shots. Starting tomorrow, I have some goals of being more active, or just being active, since the social medias are pretty much brand new. So I'm gonna try and draft up some things to post over the next week, and I'm gonna try my hand at designing some merch. I've got some t-shirt ideas in mind that I think could look cool, and I definitely want to design them to actually, you know, be something that people would wear in public, because I got really into fashion in high school, especially like streetwear and stuff like that. So that's kind of the direction I'll be going for. So yeah, I'm excited to see what I come up with. I've always wanted to design clothes anyways, so this is kind of a nice like intersection of my hobbies and interests. So I'm really excited to see what I come up with. So here's Cyrodiil. Let's take a potion. Restore strength on self. I don't really know. Hopefully that makes my... When it says restore, it's kind of confusing wording, because I'm thinking that it means improve. So we'll give that a shot. That'd be sick. Nice, dude. Yeah, thank you guys. I'll let you know when I get all that stuff posted. I'm kind of working through some initial drafts of designs right now, so it's nice to see creative people actually do creative things that make them happy. I lived with, you know, anxiety for a really long time in my life, as many people do, and it's definitely like gotten in the way of a lot of my like pursuits and ambitions, because I am naturally like a really ambitious person. But Cyrodiil is dead. Taking her eyes should be a simple matter now. But I have both items that Dias needs to recreate the staff of Jyggalag. I should return to Knife Point Hollow and speak with him. Sick. We're gonna get the staff. But anyways, yeah. There's been like a million things that I've always wanted to do in my life, you know, and I'm sure the same applies for many of you in chat. And whether you're tired or anxious, or, you know, you lack the faith or conviction in yourself, like, I can definitely empathize with you. Because I think that's a really common thing, you know, like a lot of people have a lot of ambitions and they kind of want to break away from that typical 9 to 5, 40 hours a week. But it's hard to because it makes you so tired. And when you get home, you just want to relax. And, the cycle goes on and on. But yeah, I was lucky enough to ironically need surgery on my nose because that gave me a little time off of work. And with that downtime, I was just like, let's start streaming, and normally earlier or younger Dylan, like the anxiety would have been so crippling. I would have worked on making a stream for a little bit and maybe I would have done one stream, but then I would have like, I suck at this. Like no one wants to watch and, I'm boring and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know. Miraculously, something just changed one day. It might be that I can now sleep better from the sinus surgery. So now I can actually like heal and recover in my rest. But anyways, yeah, tangent, long story short, I just sat down one day and I was like, let's just do this. And, I've been like full steam every day as much as I can. And I really love it. Like I look forward to it every day, Are you going to have a TikTok and Instagram or is it just YouTube and Twitch? Yeah, so I've got currently right now, I've got TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, X, and a Discord server. And they're all linked on my Twitch account right now. They're in my bios and or my about section. I've got tabs and they should all link to all the different accounts if you want to follow any of those. Definitely looking at branching off into other directions. It's kind of, I wanted, there's like a little bit of growing pains. So I'm trying to grow in a healthy way. I don't want to like diverge into too many things right now, but I think the core group that I have is really good, and I'll keep trying to build from there and see where that goes. Because eventually, I think I'd like to try and stream on multiple platforms if that's even allowed. I don't know if platforms like frown upon that, but yeah, I'll do anything I can, to present myself and put more content out there. It makes me feel seen. It's so hard to get in what makes you happy in between work and sleeping, and not having the time makes you anxious. Yeah, 100%. I think that vicious cycle can feel very like isolating too, because you're working so much and then you come home and you're so tired and worn out. And in that moment, like you're alone and you feel really, whatever, anxious or depressed, exhausted, so many emotions are racing through your head. And this doesn't discredit any of those emotions at all. I think if anything, it like adds a sense of camaraderie, is that so many people have that same exact thought daily, I mean, the moment you have those thoughts, millions and millions of other people are having those same exact thoughts. And, that's simultaneously like beautiful and sad at the same time, because there's so many people out there that have so much drive and ambition, but are just held back for, whatever reason. And, yeah, I can't say like, I don't have any solutions, not like any like cheats or hacks, but I think, like the number one thing is just like giving yourself grace is super important. Sorry, I'm trying to like think about leveling up and continuing this conversation at the same time. But grace is super important, because I think a lot of ambitious people are also like perfectionists and believe that nothing is ever good enough in what they do. And that's like many things in this topic are simultaneously like good and bad, because for perfectionism like provides drive and it makes you want to create something that is unique and stands out and will withstand time and have an impact on people. But then also at the same time, it almost like it'll self-sabotage you, because you'll stop before you even start, because you want every little facet to be absolutely perfect. And then you get overwhelmed and anxious, and then, you know, time goes on and you kind of forget about it, and, you know, work picks up and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's good to give yourself grace, and it's good to just make like little commitments as much as you can. You don't have to, you know, the like the 40-hour work week is, I think, so unnatural. I know that that's just how like societies are like built around that now. Like, you know, literally, like, it's crazy considering if, you know, on the weekends, like, so many places are closed, you can't do anything. Like, you have to do things during the week in the middle of like standard work hours. And so, you know, you got to take a day off of work to go to the doctor's office or whatever. But just give yourself, you know, there's a bunch of different terms for it. One that I keep coming across is like a sprint, and I think it's different in like a business sense, but a sprint is kind of like a certain amount of, to my understanding, it's like a certain amount of time you allot yourself where you have like the free time in the day, and you turn everything off, like all your notifications and alerts and everything, and you're just like, okay, for the next, you know, however long, 5, 10, 30, 60 minutes, I'm just going to sit down and I'm just going to work on this thing, whatever it is. You know, if you're painting or, you know, making music in a software, and you're like, okay, for 30 minutes, I'm just going to sit down.
You have the item.
And work on this.
Contrary to all prediction. Once again,
and those sprints helped me a
find the
lot.
path set before you. However, what comes next is now unclear. If you wish to confront what is to come, I shall create the staff for you.
It's like you crawled in my brain with my Sunday scaries. The perfection thing. Yeah. Perfectionism is a blessing and a curse. And I think all great people possess perfectionism. And that's kind of the beautiful thing about it, is it's just like untapped, you know? It's like you have this like raw ore within your body, right? You know, that you gotta mine, you know, whatever you want it to be, like gold or diamonds. And like that's within you, like that raw element of like creativity and passion is within you. And you just have to chip away at it day by day until eventually you can kind of begin to uncover it. And that's kind of like the struggle of dealing with perfectionism. And that's where grace is super important. Like, you just have to be graceful with yourself and respect yourself as a person. Because I think a lot of people also lose sight of that, is that like, we think of other people as people, of course, like that's, you know, that's granted, but you also have to think of yourself as a person. And that comes with like a lot of like respect and understanding and patience. There's like an old analogy for it. It's like, if your dog gets sick, you would immediately take your dog to the vet. But if you get sick, a lot of people are almost kind of hesitant to go to the doctor. They're like, no, I'm fine. I don't need to go to the doctor. I can push through it. I'll go to work. I don't want to call out. They need me at work, and I need to work hard, and I need to power through this sickness. And I think a lot of people, you know, don't realize that they're a lot harder on, of course, people are aware that they're hard on themselves, but if you thought of yourself the way you think of other people, you would realize that you treat yourself really poorly. And I'm not saying that you do, but I think that's also like a really common trend amongst like perfectionists and people that deal with, you know, anxiety and depression and whatever you want to call it. Not to get like, you know, super deep into those topics, but just talking about having a passion or an interest and wanting to pursue it and navigating all the cycles of work and social responsibilities and family and errands, and, you know, the list goes on. I think these are really common topics that a lot of people deal with and a lot of people don't talk about or, you know, admit often. And that's okay. You know, that's part of the human experience. Honest to God, I'm going to do the sprint thing. Thank you for the advice. I'm getting into crafted beaded flowers. Makes me super happy and calm. Yeah. And that's awesome. You know, like, keep at it. Yeah. Again, I don't know like the exact definition of the term sprint, but it's just a thing that kind of provides some structure into performing a task, which is like I'm like a very structured person. I have, like, for the stream, for example, I've got like just files upon files of systems of organization. And so that sprint is like, okay, I'm going to sit down for the next 30 minutes. I'm going to turn my notifications off and I'm going to work on this specific project. Then I'll take a 5-minute break and then I'll work 30 minutes again. And then I'll kind of evaluate and see how I'm going from there. Thank you. Finding creative outlets is so important. It helps so much with self-esteem. Yeah, no, absolutely. The streaming has honestly helped with my my confidence a lot. You know, I used to be very socially awkward, super introverted, super weird. Like, I was a big dork, you know. I really struggled talking with people. And obviously working in retail for so many years, I've kind of gotten over a lot of that. And I'm pretty comfortable and confident with like complete strangers now. Like, none of that really bothers me as much anymore. But kind of putting myself like on a platform or on a stage, like streaming, for example, it was definitely my I remember the first time I went to click stream and I immediately got one viewer and it like freaked me out. I was like, oh my God, someone's actually sitting there watching me. This is crazy. And I like kind of got cold feet. And then the next day I gave it a go again. And then it was still a little tough. And I was like, oh man, like, am I entertaining enough? You know, am I interacting with chat enough? Is the gameplay interesting? Is, you know, I could go on, but eventually this is only like my 6th stream now, but as I keep going, I'm getting more confident and I'm like easing back a lot and having a ton more fun. I mean, I was already having a lot of fun, but like, I'm loving this as a creative outlet, and I'm glad that you guys are here with me. You know, it's super fun bouncing back and forth with everybody. Like, there's so many people here that like I work with or I talk to very often or see on a daily basis, and I'm kind of exhausted from work, so I'm always in a bad attitude, and it makes me feel bad, you know, because I don't want to be like that towards the people that I like to have around in my life. But when I like stream, all of that goes away, you know, and I feel awesome, and I'm super happy to have these people here because they get to see the better side of me that's like super happy and energetic, you know. So yeah, I'm super happy and I'm really grateful. Knight's Honor food review. Yeah, I'll let you know. I've got a good spread right now. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I don't know if that's a good shot or not. But anyways, it's salami. I've got some barbecue beef, some grapes, strawberries, cheese, some spicy mustard, and some sesame seeds. So this looks pretty fire. This is probably going to be fantastic. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to eat a little bit while this guy talks.
Individuality is an illusion. However, if you insist, I once served as the keeper of the great library of Jyggalag. As you wish. Staff of Sheogorath holds the secrets of this realm. As such, it requires a vessel that has witnessed dark secrets. Cyrodiil has seen things with her eyes that no mortal has. Because of this, her eye will serve well to contain that which the staff must hold. Now that you have both components, I can remake the shell of the staff.
So, yeah, the food is fantastic. I always forget that spicy mustard, you know, me being a white guy, the spicy mustard is spicy. I can confirm that. The charcuterie board, oh yeah. That's like my favorite meal is charcuterie.
You possess the eye and the branch. Together they shall form the physical shape of the staff of Sheogorath. After I shape them into the staff, you must take it to the seat of power in the Shivering Isles, the palace of Sheogorath. There, imbue the staff with power from the font of madness. Soak the staff in the waters of the land, and it will open its full power to you. You have defied the expected and accomplished something that denies all logic. I must contemplate the error in my calculations. Now, take your treasure and leave me.
My man too, he complains about too much pepper. I had this old buddy who used to be pretty tight. He was, oh man, he was as white as it gets. He said that mint toothpaste was too spicy for him, so he couldn't brush his teeth with mint toothpaste. He had to get like a kid's toothpaste. I have both items that Dias needs to recreate the staff of Sheogorath. I should return to Knife Point Hollow and speak with him. Cool. Oh wait, I did speak with him. With the staff of Sheogorath now in my possession, I should make my way to the Tree of Madness in Sheogorath's throne room. There I can tap into the tree's power and begin my transformation. Do I just become Sheogorath? I'm really excited to see what this thing does. Alright, Dice. Have fun dying alone, I guess. See you, bro. That was me until I was like 12, man. We were rocking the Disney Princess bubblegum toothpaste. I had a really bad habit as a kid. You remember like back in the 2000s when they had like all the soda chapsticks, and because you could get like Fanta chapstick. I remember that one. There was like a strawberry Fanta, grape Fanta, Sprite. There was a bunch of different like soda chapsticks, and me as a little boy like always knew that it was just going to taste like chapstick, but they smelt so good. I always wanted to eat them anyways, knowing that it was, gonna be chapstick and taste just like that. But same thing with toothpaste a little bit, or fluoride. You guys remember doing fluoride in elementary school? I loved, we always had like the green or the purple fluoride, but there's always like one or two of the root beer fluorides that I always really wanted. And there was always like some little dick kid, that always got the root beer fluoride, and I always wanted it. Man, that unlocked like a bunch of childhood memories, eating chapstick and drinking fluoride. All things that I don't recommend, by the way. Something is wrong with the Font of Madness. It won't accept the staff of Sheogorath and imbue it with power as Dias described. Perhaps Haskell will know what's wrong with it. Oh yeah, it's calling our buddy.
You're back. You may have noticed that we have a bit of a problem. Order. The taint appeared only a short time ago, but it has spread quickly. I fear that soon we will all be serving a new master. Yes, his agents must have found a way to poison the font with order. Once the source of madness becomes the font of order, Jyggalag is won. Somehow, the forces of order have poisoned the pools of mania and dementia that feed the tree. I suspect the traitor Syl. Jyggalag has never had an original thought in his existence. Be that as it may, you will have to enter the fountainhead beneath the tree and find the source of the poison. If only we could speak more often.
Oh, don't worry, Haskell. I've got you on speed dial, my boy. Watch this.
At this time, you have enough to go on. Now get back to it.
I know.
I live to serve.
Dude, what's wrong with you? You make me shudder remembering that. Like Gingi'Vitis would definitely eat chapstick. Gingi'Vitis eats paint chips for sure. I don't know, man. I think about it from time to time. It's always one of my favorite moments in a movie. Was that Chris Farley movie? I think it was Tommy Boy. When the guy asks him, he's like, "Did you eat paint chips as a kid?" And he just laughs. And he's like, "Why?" I miss Chris Farley. He was so funny. All right. Well, here we go. Oh, I'm sorry, Haskell. Didn't mean to summon you.
As I feared, the sickness is spreading through the fountainhead. Do not delay. If the font of madness itself be...
All right.
If only we could speak more often.
Crystals prevent you from opening the door. That's too bad. Thunder Calves. Hey, good to see you. There's nothing wrong with eating chapstick. I mean, I think you're more of like the crayon eating type, you know, given your history. But, you know, chapsticks, crayons, kind of the same thing, really. They all taste the same, actually, believe it or not. They're very similar in taste. I've discovered a chrysalis that generates a tame gnarl cultivator. Perhaps these gnarls can help me halt the spread of order throughout the fountainhead. Alright. So we gotta protect little buddy, I bet. What about Play-Doh? I've tried Play-Doh, but it's so salty. You know, just a little taste. I imagine the chips from Nacho Libre taste like Play-Doh. I've witnessed a gnarl removing the order crystals that were poisoning a door here in the fountainhead. It seems that the tame gnarls here can halt the spread of order throughout the dungeon. I may be able to use their help as I work my way to pools of mania and dementia. So we gotta protect this guy. Hey, little bro. How dare you? I would never, and of course, all crayons taste different based on color. My Marine friends tell me so. Yeah, that's why I said crayons. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. Big bro. If I should even call you that. The littlest brother is the biggest. I feel like purple would be the best crayon, like a grape popsicle. I'm definitely like a light blue crayon guy, you know? I feel like that one would be a little sour. Tastes like a blue raspberry. Didn't they have crayon popsicles? They totally did. I remember them having crayon popsicles. And they were layered. There was like an inner and an outer, and they were different flavors. And they were really good. Nightmare charcuterie board. Crayons, Play-Doh, chapstick, and glue. Oh, God. You know that's like sticky kids eating that. Have you seen the gummy ones now? I've heard of the gummy ones. Back when you could have cigarette candy. Oh yeah, just like chalk sticks for candy. That's what they passed off. I remember those. So I've had these, there's these new things out, or at least to me they're new, but they're like frozen grapes and they're candy coated and they're actually really sour. They're really good if you like sour stuff. We had them at Costco for a little bit, but my sister texted me the other day and said that they have Warhead covered frozen grapes now. And my mouth is just watering thinking about it. And I've been meaning to try them because that sounds so good. I love sour stuff. The grapes aren't like the freshest, you know, but they're frozen and they're like easy enough to bite into. And they taste like grapes, and the candy coating. Oh man, my cheeks hurt because they're watering so much thinking about all this.
Strike me down!
I will.
Lord Jyggalag has other servants.
I will strike you down. Oh, that sounds really good. I know. We got to get him. They now have grapes that taste like cotton candy. Not the best. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about. Or no, you're talking about just the grapes, right? Not the frozen candy ones, but regular grapes that taste like cotton candy. I like those a lot, actually. Those are like the only ones we get from Costco, are those cotton candy grapes. I think those are awesome. Just as Haskell suspected, Jyggalag's priests are poisoning the roots of the Tree of Madness. I have cleansed one of the minor pools, but I must find the pools of Mania and Dementia in order to save the tree. Alright. Wow, that was really loud. The ones we've had were frozen. Yeah. There's the regular cotton candy grapes, and then there's frozen grapes, which are candy coated, which are really sour. All right, little buddy, come on. Clear the way for me, please. Frozen sour grapes sound awesome. Yeah, I definitely recommend, like, next time you're out shopping, I think Walmart would probably have them. They come in like a bright yellow bag, and yeah, they're just candy coated grapes.
Strike me down! My Lord Jyggalag has other servants.
Ooh, this got a lot of stuff on him, dang. Ring of Security. I feel like we're coming back to the wild snacks we had as kids, you know, like the purple ketchup and Pokemon waffles and the tattoo fruit by the foot. I never saw the Pokemon waffles. I definitely remember purple ketchup, and I do remember the tattoo fruit by the foot. But that's a good point, though. I feel like we are definitely getting like, you know, I think it took 5 years, but I think we're starting to like settle back in from COVID. I feel like, I mean, you know, there's a lot going on, but I'm optimistic. Like last night we went to see the new movie Sinners with Michael B. Jordan, and I don't want to like give too much away for people that don't like to watch movie trailers or anything like that, but it's set in the 1930s, and it's about these cotton pickers that kind of break out of the slave trade, and they move to Chicago and become successful entrepreneurs, and they come back, and man, that movie was so good, so much fun, super different, beautiful cinematography. The soundtrack was killer. That whole movie, the action scenes were amazing. That whole movie was a vibe. Cash87, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Oh, you've been wanting to see that? Sinners? Yeah. It's really good. Absolutely, absolutely recommend it. It was amazing. I miss ice cream that looked like cartoon characters that tasted good. They still have some, but they're not as good. The Flintstone, or not Flintstone. I'm thinking of Push Pop. The thing that I wanted to talk about was the SpongeBob ice cream with the gumballs for eyes. That'll always be my favorite.
Order cannot be stopped. Already the heart of this realm flows with my lord's power. Strike me down! My lord Jyggalag has other servants. Strike me down!
By the way, Kesh87, you put me to 75% of my follower goal. So that's kind of exciting. I appreciate it. Again. And the other ones always have wonky eyes. Yeah, the SpongeBob popsicles, their eyes were always jacked up. One was like really low and one was really high. Speaking of Sinners, we saw a trailer. So Sinners looked a lot like, I always forget which one it is because there's Key and Peele, and one of them branched off into horror, and I can't remember which one it was. I'm kind of bad with like famous people's names, but Sinners felt very much like one of his movies, even though it wasn't. And we saw a trailer for one of his new movies, actually, which is called Him, and it starts off as like a standard football movie. Like it kind of like, oh, you know, I saw the trailer and I was like, oh, great, another football movie. Great. This looks like every other football movie I've ever seen. But then it like, there's this like really gripping scene where like there's an x-ray of these two guys' heads colliding, and the whole tone of the trailer shifts immediately into this like super cultish horror vibe, but it's all based around football, and it looks really good. I'm super excited for it. Time to snowball the follower count. Yeah, bring it on, guys. Show me what you got. Him looks good. Yeah. Anything Jordan Peele is usually so good. I thought it was Peele, but I couldn't remember. But yeah, Jordan Peele is an incredibly talented guy, you know? That's such a range, too, to go from, like, some of the most, like, trending, goofiest comedy you've seen in a while to just, like, straight up, like, thriller horror. And they always hit. Every single one of them is so unique and different and good. I haven't seen that one yet. That's like about aliens, it looks like, where they're kind of like out on like a ranch or something. I've been meaning to watch that one, but yeah, no, his movies, I respect him a lot, you know, for everything that he does creatively, because it's all so good. He's just so talented in like so many diverse ways, and I think that's difficult to do, to have range like that, and not only to have range, but to have it to stick and not have your identity as one or the other ruin both, you know? Like, he can be a comedian and he can be like a horror like writer and director. Like, that's really impressive to maintain, because, you know, like Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher, like, Star Wars kind of ruined their lives. like after Star Wars, they just like got into like drugs, and their lives were like kind of crazy for a while, and it's kind of sad, you know. Did they use the football names from the Key and Peele sketch? That'd make it worth watching by itself. He made that shit to horror, maybe not. Yeah, no, that would be funny, but no, I think he like has separated himself from the comedy and the horror. But it does have a football, not a football. It's I can't place him right now, but he usually does. I think he's in the Scary Movies, and I think he was also in like I always forget the name of the movie. It's like Don't Be a Menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood or whatever, you know. He's one of the guys in that movie, and he's in this Him horror movie. Again, I'm bad with names, but I'm so good with faces, and I recognize his face immediately. I don't know, that one didn't excite me as much. I don't know why. All the other ones did. Yeah, I'll be honest. It didn't excite me either, but I definitely want to go back and revisit it and give it a shot. Alright, I need this little guy to get a move on. He's literally the key to the doors, and he's just stuck. But, yeah, and there's a lot of new movies coming out that look really good. Sinners was good. Him looks very exciting to watch. I'm very excited for the new John Wick ballerina, and apparently Norman Reedus is in the movie, which I had no idea about, but I think that'll be a really cool cast for a John Wick movie. I'm kind of excited to see how and if those two interact, because I know the movie is going to be predominantly about a female protagonist. But I do know that John Wick makes an appearance as kind of like a mentor figure, it seems like, so I'm definitely excited to see that one. I'm not a big Final Destination guy. Those ones actually creep me out too much. It looks really good, and the previews definitely like made me want to close my eyes the entire time. Those are genuinely some of the most scarring movies that I've ever watched for so many reasons. Like the things that you see, the anxiety that those movies build, you know? Because people say, and I get it, when Nightmare on Elm Street came out, people say that like that movie made them so that like they couldn't sleep for a while afterwards. But Final Destination just ruined so many things for me. Like whenever I look at a log truck, I think of Final Destination. A couple different things, like kitchen appliances. There's like a hot tub scene in one of them. There's a couple of irrational fears that movie has actually built in me, and it's pretty crazy how impactful the Final Destinations are. Oh, roller coasters, that's another one, of course. I know that movie ruined roller coasters for a lot of people. But those movies like genuinely develop phobias in people. It's crazy. That's why I can't subject myself to watch the new one. Athletics mastery increased. Slightly less fatigue while sprinting. Very cool. That Final Destination seemed to have more of a plot than the others. Yeah, the plot looked really good. And there's like a bit of like lore behind it when she had that flashback when she was in the Space Needle. That was kind of interesting. That's how Black Mirror makes me feel. It's so creepy but good. I get that. That's totally fair. Some of the earlier seasons in Black Mirror definitely are a little bit too much for me when I first started watching. Some of these later seasons, I believe it or not, have like chilled out a little bit. I know that one where that guy goes to like the Dumb Dummies website I'm over encumbered. Felt pretty bad, but some of the earlier episodes in Black Mirror were pretty hard to watch. I'll drop that. It's 40 pounds. I saw a comment the other day about Black Mirror, and Don't get me wrong, I think Black Mirror is still very much applicable, but someone made a comment that like technology advanced so fast relative to like the production of Black Mirror that it almost made that show like kind of obsolete, or it made it like reality, and so now it's not as like scary anymore because this is just what we like naturally deal with on a daily basis. I've killed the priest of order who had cursed the pool of dementia, now to cleanse the pool of mania. Cool. We cleansed a pool. Let's go cleanse the last one. That scene in the drive... that scene in the drive-thru messed me up. Are you talking about in the new trailer for the new Final Destination? Or are you talking about like an old Final Destination? I'm not remembering that one. That's interesting and also nice. Things aren't usually as scary as you think. No, yeah. Well, I think that's another thing too. I remember like when Cyberpunk came out, and everyone's like, "Oh man, like this is the dystopian sci-fi we want," but the real sci-fi dystopia we get is like Elon Musk buying Twitter or whatever, you know. And it's like, that's boring. Where's Arasaka? No, it's an old one. I think I remember that scene now. Loosely. It does sound familiar. Oof, that is such an unpleasant sound. It's in the third movie. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I do recall that. Do you guys get that feeling with spicy mustard and wasabi? For me, I don't even feel it so much on like my tongue. It just goes straight to my nostrils every time. Dodged. Oh, hello. Oh, I'm gonna die. I did not realize I was that close. Yeah, Gingy is doing pretty good. I'm kind of surprised how easy this is going. I'm more of a mint guy. Walking into a mint processor was always fun as a kid. I grew up with a lot of mint fields around my house, and it was always nice when those fields bloomed in the summer because it freshened the air up so much. And it was always fun to go eat the mint because you could just literally pick that stuff and just eat it as it is. And it was so refreshing. Like fresh mint is amazing and it smells amazing. I was very lucky to grow up next to a mint field. All right, I am, you know, we were just talking about how good Gingi'Vitis is doing, but I am on the verge of death at the moment. Try the quick rest thing? Yeah, I will. Once I kill this guy. That's a good idea. I'm glad you brought that up. Okay. Killed him. I am definitely not at full health. And now I'm full. Nice. Good idea. I'm glad you thought of that. That'll definitely expedite some of this, because sometimes that healing can just take way too long. Are you doing a hardcore run or limited saves? I can't recall. Not necessarily like a hardcore or limited saves run. This is kind of just a casual whatever run. A lot of the build has been inspired by the viewers. Like, for example, well, first of all, his face is kind of everyone's creation. A lot of people contributed to the overall look of him. Someone had requested no weapons, so I'm doing that to the best of my ability. Sometimes I have to cheese a little bit, so I'll pull out a bow or an axe, but 99% of the time we stay consistent with no weapons. And someone wanted him to be naked, and we did do naked for a really long time. For a while he only had shoes and underwear, and that was it. But it was getting so hard that I literally needed anything to make me just a little bit stronger. And so the clothes and the helmet add like no armor. They're just like added effects, and they add to his character, so chat was okay with those.
Instead, he is dead at your hand.
Other than that, yeah, unarmed, spells are okay. Pretty much no armor, because it's just clothes. And I'm just kind of, you know, I'm receptive to what else, if anybody wants anything else for me to do. Any other goofy build ideas, I'm certainly open to it. But otherwise, we're just kind of chilling. Just a casual run. I don't have like the difficulty cranked super high or anything. I think I'm just going to get through the Shivering Isles DLC. I might do the Knights of the Nine, and then definitely going to do the main story campaign. And then I'm going to kind of see how we feel after finishing the story, because I think at that point, after doing the DLC and the main campaign, I kind of like to branch off to a different game. But I just want to see what people are feeling, you know, feel out the vibe. Gingy looks like one of the original Wizard of Oz monkeys. We've that's a good reference too. We've made like a million different references to what his character looks like. I've killed the priest of order who had cursed the pool of mania. The traitor Syl was among them. Now that I've cleansed both pools that feed the font of madness, I should be able to imbue the staff of Sheogorath with power. So speaking of... That's a terrible sound. Speaking of finishing the DLC, I think we just about did. We gotta be pretty close, I would imagine. But yeah, if anybody in chat wants to see Gingi'Vitis do anything particularly unique or interesting, I'm all ears, you know. I'm just kind of basing the build off of what people say. I've been bouncing around a couple of different ideas what to play next after we finish this, but I think once we get to that time, we'll see like what's out and what's popular and what people want to watch, and go from there. Because I was thinking about doing Schedule 1, but I haven't played it yet, and I feel like it's already kind of it's not late to play the game, but you know, I want to try to keep things fresh and exciting. So yeah, we'll see though. We'll see when we cross that road. I have immersed the staff in the font of madness. I have gained the power of Sheogorath. Is that so?
My lord, our Mazel Zuda sent me to find you. She requests your immediate assistance. I don't know, my lord. She only said it was a matter of the gravest import to the security of the realm. My lord, I'm glad to see you. We have a developing situation that requires your attention. Order. An obelisk has activated just outside the palace. I've ordered my Orioles to engage the enemy. I expect that this is the beginning of the final assault. The cursed usurper Jyggalag himself may even take the field before the end.
All right.
What are your orders, my lord? It will be our great honor to fight by your side, my lord.
Here we go. I think this is the final battle, chat. Let's see how this goes. It's probably going to be really hard, but we'll see. Yeah, you can do a poll. That's a good idea. I will definitely do a poll once we get closer. Because I want to play whatever you guys want to watch. Obviously, I want to have interest in it too, but you know, I want it to be mutually entertaining for me and the viewers. So I'm very open and receptive to you guys because I want to make sure you guys are having fun. You know, that's very important to me, and you guys are just as much, if not more, of a part of this than I am. A second obelisk has activated. I need to shut it down to stop the knights from overwhelming the defenders. Got it.
Stay vigilant.
How do I shut it down?
Those enemies are everywhere. Here.
Actually, so far this is going pretty smooth. I think we got this one crystal tower already, so that's pretty good. Let's go get this other one real quick. Still in D&D, but wanted to say hi. Hey, back Bob. Glad to see you. I hope your campaign's going well. I hope you roll a nat 20. I wish. I'm about to die. Maybe you get knocked down, stabilize with a nat 20. There you go. I feel like you're always on the verge of death in that campaign. Oh, is it Sheogorath? Speaking of holding the staff, voice of Sheogorath on target.
But you are no
Okay, that does a lot of damage. Chill, bro. Chill. This guy's gonna kill me. Get him, my minions.
This ends as it always does. Order shall reign.
Alright. I don't know what the voice of Sheogorath does. Oh. Okay, I'm dying.
Another of Sheogorath's foolish schemes.
Okay, I'm dying again. Get up.
Your staff
That AoE is gnarly.
foolish mortal.
I'm gonna summon another. Let's just summon it all. Let's summon everything. Why don't we? This Jyggalag looks like the dwarven centurions from Skyrim.
You wear the trappings, but you are not the bad god.
I think I think if I take a hit from him, it's probably going to deal a ton of damage. So I'm trying to dodge it. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. Get up. No, 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 no. Oh, God. Oh, God. That does so much damage. He's so close, though. Oh, and I'm all out of summons, too. That sucks.
Once again, Jyggalag walks.
Okay, 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 okay. I don't think any of this will help me. I'll just do that just because, why not? Shoot. Why do you do a back bend? I'm dying, I'm dying. Make Haskell fight him? Actually, I kind of want to see what happens if I summon him. That's a brilliant idea. Nothing at all. Oh, God. I think he's regenerating health. Here, I got an idea. No. Let's try the staff. Let's give this another whirl, because I just don't know what it does. I don't know what that does. Does it do anything?
Are you the best the mad god could muster?
Alright, we got him. Oh, no loots? Lame.
Enough! I am beaten. The Grey March is ended. For millennia, this drama has unfolded, and each time, I have conquered this land, only to be transformed back into that gibbering fool, Sheogorath. It was not always so. Once I ruled this realm, a world of perfect order. My dominion expanded across the seas of Oblivion with each passing era. The other princes, fearful of my power, cursed me with madness, doomed me to live as Sheogorath, a broken... Once each era, I was allowed my true form, conquering this world anew. And each time I did, the curse was renewed, damning me to exist as Sheogorath. Now, though, you have ended the cycle. You now hold the mantle of madness, and Jyggalag is free to roam the voids of Oblivion once more. I will take my leave, and you will remain here, mortal. Mortal, king, god, it seems uncertain. This realm is yours. Perhaps you will grow to your station.
Jyggalag has spoken to me and told me the Grey March is ended and the forces of order have retreated. Haskell will likely know how I should proceed. So that's cool. That was a total... I thought Sheogorath and Jyggalag were the same person. I didn't realize that Jyggalag was cursed to become Sheogorath because of the other Daedric princes and their jealousy and insecurity, it sounded like. And so now I am Sheogorath, but more so just like the idea of him, it sounds like. Pretty cool story. Really interesting. I really liked it. Oh. And Oblivion just crashed. Good climax. All right, don't worry. We'll boot it back up. We got like another hour of stream. It's okay. The game crashing is just all part of the Oblivion experience. It actually, so it's crashed and we hit like an infinite loading screen. So, you know, this is just a standard day of playing a Bethesda game. He's just like, no, I don't fight. Yeah, Haskell's beyond fighting. Haskell's like secretly the actual god of the Shivering Isles. Uh-oh. Yep, Todd. Classic Todd. But we love him. I don't know if it saved the fight, though. I might have to redo this because it crashed right after I had the conversation with Jyggalag. And so... yeah, we have to do this all over again. Whatever, that's fine. I think we got a system down, so that should be pretty quick. Not the worst thing to happen. I mean, it might be the worst thing that could have happened, in all honesty, but whatever. We'll get through it. And now I remember I've got the staff. I'll see what it does on these little guys, because it obviously didn't do anything on Sheogorath. Come on. There we go. Second obelisk, yeah. I just don't know what that does. It doesn't specify. Or maybe that's what it does. It just makes these guys, like, freak out. Oh, bummer. Yeah. It's alright. It's like a I'm Spartacus type of thing. I'm Jyggalag. Cool. I thought it was a cool conclusion, though. Super interesting. But Sheogorath comes back in Skyrim. Or does Skyrim predate Oblivion? I don't know. I don't know if they're in chronological order or not. Because you meet... right? Don't you meet... yeah, you meet Sheogorath in Skyrim. That's right, yeah, because you go to the Palace in Solitude, and that's how you get the Jabba... the Wabbajack? I was about to say the Jabberwocky. Alright, so here we go again. Now I know how to do this. I'm going to summon everything I have. He's going to literally one-hit that guy. And there goes the other one. Or maybe that's because I'm summoning... no, that's why. I can only have one summon at a time. That's my bad. But yeah, look at that. We just completely destroyed him. Okay, so I'm gonna save now just in case it crashes again. Now I've learned my lesson. We'll have to sit here through this RP one more time.
Enough! I am beaten. The Grey March is ended. For millennia, this drama is unfolded, and each time, I have conquered this land, only to be transformed back into that gibbering fool, Sheogorath. It was not always so. Once I ruled this realm, a world of perfect order. My dominion expanded across the seas of Oblivion with each passing era. The other princes, fearful of my power, cursed me with madness, doomed me to live as Sheogorath, a broken soul reigning in a broken land. Once each era, I was allowed my true form, conquering this world anew. And each time I did, the curse was renewed, damning me to Now, though, you have ended the cycle. You now hold the mantle of madness, and Jyggalag is free to roam the voids of Oblivion once more. I will take my leave, and you will remain here, mortal. Mortal, king, god, it seems uncertain. This realm is yours. Perhaps you will grow to your station. Fare thee well, Sheogorath, Prince of Madness.
Yeah, that went incredibly fast. So I've got this spell. Let me find it. Summon Flesh Atronach. The Flesh Atronach is incredibly powerful. And I think he was just tanking so many hits from Jyggalag and letting me just like straight nuke him down that, yeah, that was much smoother.
Always a pleasure. You've done it. Well done, Lord Sheogorath. I never doubted you for a moment. Now, of course, there is business to attend to. As you have assumed the mantle of Sheogorath, there are matters that deserve your attention. As Lord of this realm, there are a number of benefits to which you are entitled, as well as a number of duties to which you must attend.
Let's save the best for last, so we'll talk about duties first.
Your first duty is to attend to the needs of your subjects. You will find that there are constant threats to the residents of the Isles. Your job is to protect them, either by dealing with the matter yourself, or sending your armies to take care of it for you. It seems all is peaceful in the Shivering Isles, my lord. Will wonders never cease? Creatures...
Oh, I accidentally skipped that. Send guards, why not?
As you wish, my lord. I'll see... Perhaps you've forgotten about the attacks on Deepwater.
I wonder if you have to periodically check in to see how the towns are doing. And I wonder if it has any effect on the townsfolk or the NPCs. That's interesting.
You may request any of the Golden Saint or Dark Seducer escorts at the castle to accompany you. They will defend you to the death. You may also summon entertainment to your throne room. Your predecessor found this most invigorating. Speak with me if you wish entertainment. You also have the ability to affect the weather in your realm. As it is an extension of yourself, it will often have an effect on you as well. You also have the benefit of Sheogorath's protection. Cast this upon yourself, and if your life is threatened, you will be returned to your castle. Many of these abilities, Lord, are rooted in the magics of the Isles. Should you choose to leave this realm, they will not likely function.
Yeah, figures.
Perhaps you forgot. It is, of course, the capital. The Shivering Isles. You wish entertainment, my lord? As you wish.
What kind of a dancer are we getting here, Haskell?
I stand ready, Lord.
Ooh, Sheogorath's regalia.
Humble servant, my lord.
Are we getting like a funny dance, or is this like an exotic dance? What a benefit. I'm really glad we saved this realm. I don't know what I'd do without that dance. Alright. Fantastic. Let's see what Sheogorath's regalia does. It's worth double the raiment of Arden Soul. That's pretty extravagant. Fortify personality, fortify luck, fortify speechcraft. I think yeah. Oh, that's cool too. The like snake on the hand. That's actually really cool. Never take it off. Yeah. The crown and the regalia. I just too good.
I stand ready, Lord.
Amazing. He looks like a kid, you know, that gets like his first Spider-Man costume and just like never takes it off. So I bet like beneath those clothes are like so sticky.
Yes? See you.
Thanks for that dance,
Always
Haskell.
a pleasure.
Are you injured, Lord? Do you require my services?
Heal me
Of course,
now.
Lord.
All right. So let's see. What's our active quest? I've met Nishioth. You can forge things from amber. Let's talk to Haskell one more time. Make sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
I live.
All right. So we did it, guys. We finished the Shivering Isles. We became Sheogorath. Gingi'Vitis is Sheogorath. I wonder how actually. I want to change the weather. I'm gonna. Well, no, it won't apply. Let's go back. Let's go back to Cyrodiil. I think it was a lovely time here in the Shivering Isles. It's a little bittersweet leaving so soon already, but let's go finish the main quest and then we'll see where we're at. We'll see what the vibe is. How's your campaign going, Pack Bob? Did you die? All right, Shivering Isles. Until next time. I feel like I want to get like a good screenshot. There's unfortunately no way to hide the UI. I've looked it up, but I feel like this is like a good send off for Gingi'Vitis. Gingi'Vitis assassinated a duke, killed the Duchess that wanted to rebel, destroyed Jyggalag in combat, and then became Sheogorath. So it's been quite the adventure. But back to Cyrodiil we go to dismantle the Oblivion Gates. There's too many rules here for a land of chaos anyway. Yeah, Gingi'Vitis, you know, he came, he had a good time, and it's time for him to move on. The solid sunset ending. Yeah, that really was. That was actually kind of pretty. Really added to the emotion a bit, honestly. But here we are, back in Cyrodiil. It's kind of crazy being back. This almost feels like an entirely different game. It's been so long since we've been back here.
Stay away from me. You've already spent too much time over there.
Gaius Prentice doesn't realize that I'm the Sheogorath. I would love to get a house at some point. That would be really nice. Let's go offload some of our junk. Knight's Honor, are you still in the chat? You told me about some gauntlets, and if you're still here, love it if you could tell me where those are at. I don't know if I could equip them with the regalia, but we'll see.
Anyone looking for work should consider the Fighters Guild. I hear.
Yeah, it's part of the copious coin purse. But yeah, that was quite the adventure in the Shivering Isles. Took us several days, but we did it.
Welcome. What kind of deal? Have a look around.
It's weird,
You'll find better prices in all
just
of
like
Tamriel.
being back here. We'll offload all of our junk.
That's a fair deal. Fine. A good price. A fine transaction.
I wish there was like a sell all option. Keep the matrices. I think those are important. The madness ore, I think, go to the matrix. I probably should have kept the amber. I'll just buy that back, just in case we ever want to go back and craft that stuff, because I think all of the amber and the madness ore go into the matrices, or something along those lines.
You've made a good.
Will we ever go back? I don't know, but we'll keep it just in case. If not for the,
that's a good deal.
you know, the thoughts.
You drive a hard.
All right, I'm gonna sell all this junk because so many of it I won't ever use.
You drive. That's more than. That's more. That's. You made a good price. A good price. That seems a fit.
Almost up to 15k though.
That's more.
What does a house cost in this game?
You got a great deal. A good price.
I think
Tell your friends about.
Goodbye. Please.
I don't know where it's at, but I'm pretty sure there's somewhere here in the Imperial City where we can go buy a house.
Hello? What's new with you?
They
Go
say
ahead, I'm
syndicates of
listening.
wizards have led a boycott of imperial goods in the land.
Staffs. So let's see if we can learn any new spells. That would be pretty cool.
Edgar Vautry. Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Nothing too exciting, really. Yeah, not really worried about any of those. Get some new Zappy Boy stuffs. Yeah. I don't know if I might have to find like a better shop for spells, I'm thinking. Mystic Emporium, maybe? Because that, I mean, granted that was a discount spell store, but...
May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
I guess we'll get these touch spells, because why not, right? Can't summon anything still. Heal major wounds, that'll be nice. Yeah, these are all pretty cheap. I might as well just buy everything. Right? Why not? We've got so much gold. Why have money if you can't spend it, right? Why save when you could just spend?
I appreciate. Goodbye.
Where's Winterhold when you need it? I know. Where is Winterhold? In Skyrim, I know exactly where to go to get all the spells. In Oblivion, not as familiar. I'm sure there's a college in this game, though.
Help. If you're an alchemist,
just repair my
broken,
stuff.
I can fix it. You
All right.
too.
There's a cheap house in the city. And I might know where I need to go
Is
to
there
buy
a
it.
tougher person to get a deal from than Palaneria?
I just need to find... that map's not very helpful. I want to say it's in the plaza where I can go buy the
They say
house.
that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep. It's how they recruit new members.
We'll check the plaza real quick, and if I can't find it, I'll just continue on the journey. I love seeing all this stuff fall when you load in. I know, every time I go anywhere, every shop I walk into, books are just flying off the shelf. So I think there's an office somewhere in here for the city where we can buy our first house. If someone knows off the top of their head, you're more than welcome to correct me. I'm kind of going off of like a loose memory from like 10 years ago when I played this game.
Hi.
Doesn't look like we're getting lucky though, so. Buy a house in the slums and become a slumlord. So you can. Over here in the Imperial City waterfront, there's this little region right here, which is like where all the poor people live. And I remember that was like my first house I have ever bought in Oblivion. And there's somewhere you can go in the Imperial City to buy that house, but I don't remember where now. And I would absolutely love to buy my slum chateau, but I'm currently drawing a blank, so I think I'll just continue on the main quest line. Because, yeah, these are all houses. So you can get something called Battlehorn Castle. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think that was like one of the DLC houses or something like that. Because there's like one for there's like a mage tower also. Office of Imperial Commerce in the Market District. Oh, thanks, brother. Did you remember that or did you look it up? I knew it was like an Imperial office. I just thought it was in the Plaza District for some reason, but the Market District makes sense, of course, too. So then that's what we'll do. We'll get our slum house once we find the Imperial office. Oh, it's the first one. Amazing. Coming in clutch, brother. Thank you. Much appreciated.
Venencia Melisea, Office of Imperial Commerce. You got complaints? Of course you got complaints. Who doesn't?
This looks like the woman who would run like the city council for sure. You know I'm already like that. Okay, I googled it. I mean, honestly, both would have seemed legitimate for you. I could see you remembering that, but I could also see you just googling it.
Why? I mean, of course. All I have available right now is a hovel on the waterfront.
That's literally perfect. That's exactly what I want. 2,000 gold? Please, I'll give you more.
Really? Then you've just become a homeowner. Here is your house key.
Let me furnish
You'll find
it.
it in the waterfront district. It's not much to look at.
It's
You
everything.
may want to spruce it up a bit with some furnishings. I'd suggest talking to Gingi'Vitis at Three Brothers Trade Goods in the Market District.
Perfect.
Goodbye.
Thanks, Karen. Three Brothers Trade Goods. Let's get some furnishings.
May I help you?
We'll offload all of our stick gear, and then we'll go save Oblivion. Because that's what we do, right? We save Oblivion. Oh, hold on, there's a cultist. Oh, that was a total miss. That was a total miss.
Welcome your soul in Oblivion. Only the chosen will survive the cleansing.
I love like this skin tight golden scale sleeves.
Like the gods who praise you.
I feel like I feel like a goth girl with like those like arm sleeves they always used to wear back in the day.
Like the god you pray to! I do not fear death.
Why is she naked? Oh, that guard just shot the other guard. I don't want to get involved because I know I'm going to punch a guard and it's going to be a whole thing, so I'll let them sort that out themselves. Oh, look it. There we go. Everything works out. We avoid fighting, we get to buy furniture. I think she said talk to Sergius.
Tertullian, Sergius, and Cicero.
Maybe?
May I interest you
Yeah, here we go.
in some of my fine wares?
House kitchen, house sitting,
Pleasure doing
storage,
business. An excellent
wall
deal.
hangings. Akaviri Sunderblade, that's cool.
Come back and
Alright. I've now bought everything Sergius has for my house in the Imperial City. Cool. We got our slum house. We'll go become the slum lord.
Be glad you will not live to see the day, Lord Dagon.
Apparently, he can teach you the basics of lockpicking.
Alright. I love loading into an area too, and all the textures are just like super jagged and messed up.
Speak.
Greetings, Blood Orsinian.
Hello, fellow orc.
It's you. How do you do? Hi.
Door to my Imperial City house. We did it, chat. We made it. Everything's on the floor, even though I just furnished it. Love it. I'm home. Alright. Can you not put things in containers? Can you only take things out? Oh, okay, here we go. I think we figured it out. Beautiful. We're good, we're good. Let's put everything away. All our fat loot. There we go. Got a house. Our inventory's freed up. Oof, rough neighborhood. I forgot Gingi'Vitis was an orc. Yeah, of course he was an orc. What did you think he was? I'm sure it's just the nostalgia, but I remember these games feeling so clean. Oh, how far we've come. Well, remember too, this is the remaster, so it's even prettier than it actually is, or was. But yeah, I remember, because I think I had to have been probably like around 10 years old, around there when this came out. So I did, probably about a year ago, I did try to play the original Oblivion, and don't get me wrong, I like it a lot. But it is definitely an incredibly dated game. And this remaster is definitely beautiful and makes things a lot more snappier and fluid. But like there's no sprint in original Oblivion. A lot of the combats is very like, huh, huh, you know? And this one's, it's a little bit more dynamic.
Thank Talos you've returned safely. Do you have the amulet?
Okay, so here we are. We finished the Shivering Isles. We've become Sheogorath. Now we're transitioning back to the original campaign where we left it off at. And that's right. We had infiltrated the Mythic Dawn, right? Is that the Crimson Dawn? There's so many factions. The Mythic Dawn, right? We infiltrated their compounds and encountered this Mankar Cameron who escaped into an Oblivion portal. Yeah, I think sounds right.
Please tell me you have some good news. Ah, good. You should take that to Martin right away. He'll be in the Great Hall reading. He's hardly taken time to sleep since you left.
He gives off a goblin creature vibe. It's a scruffy beard look for me that keeps throwing me off on that. That's fair. I think it's also just his like bowling ball head that because yeah, he's not really like an identifiable race in the Elder Scrolls anymore. He's just kind of like a green-skinned monster.
Hail.
He kind of just looks like his own subspecies.
Ah, you're back. I told Joffrey not to worry. I can see you've had bad news. You didn't recover the amulet, did you?
No.
By the Nine, such a thing is dangerous even to handle. Forgive me. You were right to bring it, but you'd better give it to me. I know some ways to protect myself from its evil power.
Is Martin just Frodo and the book is the ring?
I don't know. Maybe. I suspect that the secret of how to open a portal to Cameron's paradise lies within these pages. But I will need time. Tampering with dark secrets, even just reading them, can be very dangerous. I'll have to proceed carefully. In the meantime, you should speak to Joffrey. He was concerned about reports of spies in Bruma.
All right.
I hope to have at least part of the Mysterium Xarxes translated in a few days. Speak to Joffrey about the spies in the meantime.
Let's speak to Joffrey about those spies in the meantime. It's canon now. It's canon that Martin is Frodo and the Mysterium Xarxes is just the ring. And we have to throw the book into an Oblivion volcano. Does that make me Sam then? Is that who I am? If Martin is Frodo?
Hail.
Stefan?
What can I do for you, sir? May Talos guide
Just show me where Joffrey is. That's what you can do for me. Tired of going through all these damn doors. Oh, any good stuff in here? Okay, actually, I want to test this out. I want to see if I can put on gauntlets. No, I can't. I was worried about that. That's alright. The regalia is worth it. I wouldn't trade anything in the world for it. I think now I just need to get a good necklace and a good couple rings.
Good work tracking down the mythic. I hope Martin knows what he's doing with that evil book. I fear for what it could do to him if he's not careful. Ah, yes, I hope you can help. The gate guards have reported seeing strangers on the road for the past several nights. I cannot leave Cloud Ruler undefended while my men search the whole mountainside, but these spies must be eliminated. Thank you. Talk to Stefan. He can tell you where he has seen them. Captain Bird in Bruma may also be able to help. I've asked the Countess to have the guard keep an eye out for strangers. Track down the spies and kill them. Find out what they know and what they're planning, if possible.
All right.
I'm counting on you to eliminate those spies.
Let's go get these spies then. I think Gingi'Vitis is closer to Golem than anyone. That's fair. But he's like a Sam Golem, you know? Steal the precise back? What do you mean, steal the precise back?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir.
I need a moment of your time.
Good evening, sir.
What can I do for you, sir?
Tell me where the spies are at, Stefan.
We always see them near the rune stone at dusk. They aren't too woodcrafty, but Grandmaster Joffrey has forbidden us to range too far from the walls. But it seems that you have been given the freedom to attack the enemy that we all crave. Good luck. We will keep the Emperor safe here. Don't worry.
What do you mean I've been given the freedom? Brother, I can do whatever I want. I just went to the Shivering Isles for like 3 months and came back. Oh, precious. I'm not here to spell good. Yes. Steal the precious back. I got you.
Hail.
Well, doesn't he... There we go, yeah. There's that goofy run. I'm like an athletic golem. Like if Gollum had been conditioning for a really long time, this is what he would have, like... If Gollum had gone on like a Sigma gym grind and became like an alpha bro, this is what Gollum would look like.
For Lord Dagon.
That was an amazing voice. For Lord Dagon. Oh. The Mythic Dawn agent named Ural is dead. I should continue to search for other spies and locate their base in Bruma. Perhaps I should speak to Captain Bird, as Joffrey suggested. Basement key. I found a key marked basement. I found a key marked basement key. Perhaps this clue can help me locate a Mythic Dawn agent base in Bruma. Captain Bird may be able to provide more information about suspicious activity. Alright, alright, alright. Can they block that spell? Like, I don't get it.
Paradise awaits me. Paradise awaits me.
Keep telling yourself that. The Mythic Dawn agent named Savari Farum is dead. Yeah, continue to search. Got it. Alright, Berman. There's this bug that I'm dealing with right now where Gingi'Vitis just like doesn't want to holster his fists and he keeps bringing them out without me like telling him to do so. That shows how antsy he is. He's always ready for a fight. I think with his face he has to be though.
Hello.
Doesn't really have much of a choice.
Who will help an old beggar?
All right, let's go talk to Captain Bird.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Looks like the guards just got done having an orgy on the floor mats in here or something.
Greetings.
They all like got up like, oh,
It's
someone's
you.
here. Better go on our NPC routing.
I'm Captain Bird, commander of the Bruma Guard.
Tell me about the spies, Captain Bird.
Except for Gerald coming back from a trip down south, things are pretty quiet. Not much travel right now with the Oblivion crisis. I've told my men to keep a sharp eye out, but I've had no reports of any strangers in town. What about you? Turned up anything suspicious? God's blood. So she was the spy? Seems there's no one you can trust these days. Since you're working with Cloud Ruler Temple, I'm going to authorize you to search Gerald's house. I'll pass the word to my men. We won't interfere.
Bird's definitely the leader of the spies.
Farewell.
Calling it now. At least your normal size this stream. Oh yeah, that's right. You watched that VOD on YouTube where I was like extra large and all the NPCs were like half my size. That was funny. It made the hitbox smaller too, so I had to, and with being an unarmed build, I had to be like right on top of them to get a hit in. But yeah, it seems like every stream there's a new bug we encounter, and then we boot up the stream next time and the bug's gone, but we get a new one usually. Okay. It's a comfortable chair. Just right up against the wall. Oh, Juro was a painter. Sad. No lockpicks. Always. Alright, so we got a basement key. Oh, yeah. There it is. Right in front of me. Ooh. 40 gold. Yoink. Here we go. I found a document in Ural's basement that reveals enemies' plans. I should show this document to Joffrey immediately. Ural, the Master was pleased to hear of your activities. The Master has chosen you and Savari for a crucial mission. The first 3 lesser gates represent only the preliminary stages of the Great Gate deployment. The dawn is breaking. Ruma Cameron. So, believe it or not, looks like we're in the preliminary stages of the Oblivion gates. Those were just the little baby gates. We haven't seen the big Papa gates yet. Because we've dismantled 2 so far. So there should be a 3rd one that we haven't seen yet. It's been a while since we faced just a regular rat. Kind of miss having these easy NPCs to fight. Okay. Go back to Cloud Ruler Temple. That was pretty easy. Found those spies out pretty fast.
Hail! What have you learned about the spies? Excellent work. I knew I could count on you. The gods did not idly choose you as their agent, whatever you may think. But it is clear that Mankar Cameron will soon bring all his power to bear against Bruma. I will warn the Countess of the danger. You should speak to Martin. I believe he has made some progress with the Mysterium Xarxes.
Right.
I will send word to the Countess at once of the danger.
I've deciphered part of the ritual needed to open a portal to Cameron's paradise. The Xarxes mentions 4 items needed for the ritual. But so far, I have only deciphered one of them. The blood of a Daedra Lord.
What if I am a Daedra Lord?
Daedric artifacts are known to be formed from the essence of a Daedric Lord, from whence they derive their great power. Not an easy thing to come by, obviously, but we will need a Daedric artifact. Bring it to me when you have acquired one. The only way to obtain a Daedric artifact is through the cults devoted to each of the Daedric Lords. The book, Modern Heretics, is the best introduction to Daedric cults. The library here has a copy if you need it. Remember, the Mysterium Xarxes ritual will consume the physical form of the artifact in order to release its Daedric power.
Okay.
I think I'm close to deciphering.
You should speak to Martin about his progress with the Xarxes.
Made some progress by the time you return with the Daedric artifact.
The book Modern Heretics describes the location of the Shrine of Azura. Perhaps if I visit this shrine, I can learn how to obtain a Daedric artifact. Shrine of Azura, that sounds familiar.
Yes?
So where are we headed? All the way east over here. You can fast travel to the Lake Arius Caverns and just go straight north. Playing this as much as I did as a kid, it still amazes me that this is by far the furthest I've ever gotten in this game. So it's kind of cool, like reliving your childhood, but also expanding upon it in ways that you've never seen before. Oh yeah, come on. Climb that mountain, Gingi'Vitis. Look at him, he's like a mountain goat. He's so nimble. He's so effective at climbing mountains, he leveled up from it. It's a cool little shrine. What do we got here? You draw power from the well. What does that do? Let's see. Magicka? Looks like it just fortifies your Magicka. That's cool. Yep, keep climbing, keep climbing. What's that little thing? Oh, a bear. That's our first bear. Ooh, boy. It's tough. It's very tough. What is this? Will-o'-the-wisp? Alright, dodge the attack. Nope. Just get hit. No potions? Yeah, I didn't think so. Perfect. Let's quick save real fast, so we don't have to go back too far. Is that another bear? Is that a whole brand new one? Yes, it is. Oh no, it's gonna kill the NPCs. That's not what I want. Oh no. Oh, nope, the NPCs are just gonna destroy these bears.
That's the best you can do. Die, damn you.
Well, we might have ruined this quest, it looks like. Oh, God. Okay. Just relax. Take it easy. Let the NPCs kill you. Can I summon the Shivering Isles characters here? Oh, I can? Oh, that's huge. I didn't think I could. That's actually really big. Oh, you know what? I got new healing spells. Let's try that. Because the one I have now... Heal... Oh, that does fatigue? Well, that's why it doesn't heal me as much. I've been using a worse spell, thinking it was powerful. It's my fault. There we go. This should be better then. Oh, that's way better. Huge. Alright,
That's the best you can do.
Oh, he's unconscious. Okay. Those things are strong. Is this guy unconscious too, or is he dead? Oh, she's dead. Hopefully they're not essential to this quest that I'm about to do. Oh. Well. That's not a good start to this quest.
You have entered a holy place. What is your business here?
And to kill bears on sacred ground, I guess.
These are dark times, and people's minds are poisoned by rumors and superstition. Unless you can persuade me of your good intentions, I cannot speak further on this matter.
Do we literally have to persuade you? Okay, so that one's better. Not as good. That's the worst one. Okay.
What a wonderful compliment.
That's not good.
Ugh, what a great... Is that so?
Yeah.
Ugh, you can't scare me. No, remarkable. Please, is that so? Not fun. Remarkable. Please, you're wasting your breath. Not... What a great story. Ugh, really? What a one... You're wasting your breath.
Oh, that's like the worst it could possibly be.
What a wonderful compliment. Not funny. Not even... Well done. That's just talk. What a wonderful... Well done. That's just talk.
There we go. That was a good one.
No, you do me too much honor. You're wasting your breath. Really? You should be ashamed.
Okay. Maxed him out.
This is the Shrine of Azura, Queen of the Dawn and the Dusk. What is your business here, traveler?
Yeah, we literally had to persuade him. Cool.
If you wish to speak to the lady, visit her shrine at dawn or dusk. Leave her an offering of glow dust, and perhaps she will deign to speak with you.
Ooh, okay. I've got a feeling that glow dust comes from these wisps. Oh, actually the Dark Seducer killed one of them. Sick. Huge. Huge. Amazing. So dusk or dawn. Wonder if that means like noon or midnight, I'm assuming. Or maybe that's like more like 5 a.m., 5 p.m., dusk and dawn, right?
I have seen your name, traveler, and heard it whispered in twilight. I ask a service which holds promise of fame and reward. Many years ago, 5 followers slew the vampire Dratic and its kin, but all were infected by the foul creature. Knowing their fate, they sealed themselves up in the vampire's lair. Their suffering weighs heavily on me. Travel to the gutted mine. The door will open to you. Bring the peace of death to my followers, and you shall earn my gratitude.
When Azura was summoned, she told me the tale of her followers who trapped themselves in the gutted mine. She wishes me to find them and kill them, releasing them from their vampiric existence. Azura will unseal the mine so I may enter. Alright. I remember seeing that. It's just like right over here. Is that an Oblivion gate too? This must be the third one that scroll had talked about. Maybe, I think I'll try and get this Oblivion gate in, then we'll call it there for the night. Maybe not. These flame Matronox are pretty... Actually, they're not that bad. What do we got over there? Alright. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can't dismantle another Oblivion gate. Armor's really cool. That guy just got deleted. I like how the Daedra just have like dinosaurs for some reason. They're not even really quite demons, they're just literally like a dinosaur. So there's always a bunch of towers and tunnels to explore in these Oblivion realms. Unless I'm like missing something, I just feel like they're never worth it. It's just like the most mundane gear in the chests. Do the weight, like Kiwi Paste had mentioned. Look at that, full health. That is way more efficient. Good suggestion, Kiwi Paste. MVP of the day. We'll do it again. It looks to be pretty high up there. I think I'm getting tired for the night, and it seems like you guys are getting tired too, so I think that's we'll call it here. We'll pick up here on Tuesday. That'll be the next day that I stream, 6 to 9 p.m. It'll be a little bit earlier in the day too. With my work schedule, this is just what I could work out to be like the best and earliest times for everybody to tune in. So I appreciate you guys coming out as always. It means a lot to me. I have a ton of fun with all of you. I appreciate you guys. I'm planning on posting on my socials this week. So if you want to follow those, Instagram, TikTok, X, YouTube. I got a Discord server as well if you want to join it. Everything's leaked on my Twitch. But again, thank you guys for coming out tonight. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. And yeah, good night, guys. Until next time.